Hello, 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 my beautiful people. Welcome to another video. It's been a good minute. It's been a good minute since I've made a video. So I decided that I was gonna get on here and update y'all today. And, just tell you how life is going, how life is dwelling right now. And it's been pretty good. Had my ups and downs. And now we're here. So, about 2 years ago, it's been about 2 years since I moved from South Florida. I was living in South Florida for about a good 2 years, lived there. Was pretty much, going out there, expounding upon my entrepreneurial experience, just learning different things, making as much money as I can, and surviving as well, because, man, it was a hard push living out there, and I'm sure rent has even went more crazy since I've left, but I know it was going real crazy. I think my rent went up there, since I was living there, went up like $200, and that's the max they can go up at the apartment I was staying at. Each year they can go up $200. So, that shit was killing me. And, Ubering and personal training and doing photography, videography, trying to keep up with YouTube. It's been a whole lot. Having to move back at that time when I was moving back. And I was moving back at the time of the hurricane when it hit. I forgot what hurricane that was, but it barely missed me because I remember driving through a whole bunch of water before I made that whole 23-hour drive getting back to Texas, and we made it. And we living life out here in Dallas, Texas now. Boy's married, got a tech job. Just got a tech job as of last month, but I haven't started yet. I start Monday, so I'm pretty excited about that. Got my equipment yesterday. My wife sent me a photo of the equipment coming in. Then I have my 2 monitors come in today, so I'm pretty excited to be able to expound upon my tech adventure, my tech career. And yeah, it's been a whole journey, but I just wanted to catch up on a lot of things with you guys and give a little motivational too. When I first came out here, man, I was piss poor broke. I'm talking about piss poor broke. Didn't have shit, barely could afford my phone bill. I had the DoorDash, couldn't even Uber, so I had the DoorDash to make money. And what else I was doing? I was personal training as well. I had a couple of clients here in Texas that they just fell in my lap. It's not like I even asked for them. I was really at a down state. But just rekindling myself, finding myself within, because, it was a whole experience, losing my mother. After losing my mother that past year, a lot of stuff went downhill after that. And coming back to Texas, it really humbled me. And at the same time, it developed me too. Sometimes when you get put down in a rut, that's just that time there, that time being, that's for you to grow and gain experience on how to get back on your feet for one, but also avoid future situations that may come along the way. And I definitely picked up on those things that I messed up on, not taking care of my health, my mental health, and also not taking care of things financially, not being very organized as I should have been, and hey, you live and you learn, and it's all about getting back up and how you finish. It's not all about how you start, or it's not all about where you're at in the process, but it's all about how you finish. And enjoy the journey. Definitely got to enjoy the journey, because it will be one. And we're here now. I know I'm a little bit all over the place, kind of just freestyling on this video because I haven't done a video in a long time, so forgive me. I'm gonna post this video anyway. I'm just practicing on speaking to a camera phone again. So came back, your boy got married. Love my wife, absolutely love my wife. She's been my bundle of joy. She's helped me with a lot. She's been there for me through ups and through a lot of downs. She's stuck by my side. She's helped me up. She's been a black belt in my bullshit. Definitely a black belt in my bullshit, because your boy Dre got a whole bunch of bullshit. But she always been there. She's always been understanding, and she always been able to work out whatever I have going on within myself. And definitely she encouraged me to be a greater leader, because as a man I follow the sicko of your woman is always going to follow you as a man. So you got to follow God, and making sure that you're aligned in the spirit with him. That way she can follow you, because God is the head of you and you're the head of her, right? And it's been a great experience going through that, having to stay on my P's and Q's, because I have someone that I feel like that I'm definitely responsible for. I know I'm responsible for that person, and I'm responsible to take care of that person and make sure that person's okay, make sure that person is developing herself spiritually, mentally, and physically, and just in all ways, right? And that does put a lot of toll on you. First thinking about that situation, like, you ask yourself a lot of questions, because you never, me, I've never been in a situation where I'm about to marry someone or getting married to someone. It's been a long time since I introduced a woman to my parents, to my mom, my sisters, and my family, brought somebody to a wedding. It's been a very long time since I did that, because I was, what's that dude, TK Kirkland would say, slanging dick like I was successful, right? I was playing around like I was successful, and later to realize that wasn't the right way to go about things. I'm hurting myself, and I'm hurting other people too. A lot of people don't understand the effects of every decision that you make. When you stomp on the floor in an apartment building, you can definitely annoy the neighbors beside you or below you. And that's the same thing when we, make decisions in our life. You don't understand the ripple effect and how that can affect other people. And I had to change my ways. Losing my mother made me understand that. It was definitely a hurtful, thorough, deep process that I had to go through. It was a very, very, very crazy journey, but I'm glad I went through it, and I'm here today. Marriage has been beautiful. I'm glad I did it. Don't regret doing that decision. My wife's been great. Going along a year and a half now, so it's been a great journey. She's always been there for me, and along that process I've picked up jobs again. So I was kind of getting down on my entrepreneur spirit, like it's entrepreneurship for me, I'm just gonna have to work a job forever. And these thoughts go in my head, but I never fulfilled those out. Oh damn, I dropped my damn sponge, whatever you call this thing to go on the microphone. Rode, you gotta do better. I don't know if Rode did better with these type of microphones, but them things that you stick it on there, like it don't click or nothing, it just stick on there and stay, but it don't really stay. Rode, we gotta work on that, because I really like Rode products. I got the Rode NTA1 microphone when I used to do music. That was one of the best microphones that was out there. But anyway, so going through that journey, that made me understand and realize that I can't be playing around like that. I need to take somebody serious, and my wife was always there for me, and always been there through thick and thin. And going along that journey, I was picking up jobs, and I worked at Amazon for a little while. Finally ended up getting a new vehicle, so I was able to Uber again on the side. I always just kept a job, that way I wouldn't put a lot of miles on the car, because the car I got is very, very nice. It's a very beautiful vehicle. Absolutely love this vehicle. And so I was doing that on the side, and eventually came across tech sales, right? Came across tech sales by this guy by the name of Cyrus Harbin, right? He was talking about a lot of these boot camps you could take to bounce into tech. I did not realize how big the tech industry was. like how much money you can make in that space, right? I really didn't fathom it, understand it, because I really didn't, pay much attention to the tech space. Knew it was there, but really didn't pay much attention to the tech space, right? And you can make a lot of money in that industry. Great, you'll realize that quick once you get around like a lot of people that are in tech. If you'll go to like a gathering, like a mixer, or where just a lot of people are doing a lot of meetings, or a tech meetup or a tech mashup, whatever it is, right? You understand that even the people at the low end, they make at least 80K, 60K, 70K, right? And the people on the high end, 200K, 300K, 400K. It's crazy how much money that these people are making. The tech space is very, very well in demand. Cybersecurity is very well in demand. Product testers are very well in demand. And I didn't really understand these things, right? And coming across, the tech is the new black, and the people within, that company, that brand, I realized that, wow, this is something that a lot of my people need to get into, that really don't, know where they're trying to go in life, or don't really know what to do, or want to make a good source of income but don't really know how to do it, or don't really have an idea or anything like that. That the tech space is really good, because a lot of these jobs in the tech space, right, there's a good portion of jobs where you can work remote. Like I was talking to a guy, he's in IT consulting at this one mixer I went to, and he was telling me he was in Costa Rica working on his laptop, doing his 9 to 5, and then after work he would go enjoy himself, just go and explore the island, and on the weekend he would definitely enjoy himself, go and experience different things out there. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool. What if I could do that, and on the side, find ways to make extra money, or invest into things to make extra money. And I had that idea in my mind, came across this program called Course Careers, and ended up doing it. Went through the classes, passed the test, got the certification. I was like, okay, here we go. And at that time I passed my certification, tech is doing massive layoffs. Like I believe 600,000 people got laid off at that time. And it was very, 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 very difficult to get a job. And part of that was my fault too, because there was a lot of big jobs that I got interviews for that you guys probably wouldn't believe. But I got job interviews for these very big companies, but ended up, not doing well in them, just because I wasn't prepared to do interviews. That was one of the things I glanced over going through the program, is how well you have to be prepped for going through an interview. Like, you having a certification is enough. Do you know how to speak? Do you know how to sell? Are you confident? Do you have grit? You can have all those things, but do you know how to convey that? Do you know how to tell that to people? Do you know how to, express the skill sets that you have, the experiences do you have? Do you know how to express that well to people? And if you can't do that, a lot of these companies are not going to hire you. Because I'm in sales, right? So I have to know how to speak to people. And that was one of the things that I really had to develop. So as time goes by and I'm not getting a job in tech, I ended up landing a job at Hertz, right, as a customer service sales rep. And there, not only did I learn how to sell, but I learned how to have patience. Because boy, it's been some times I want to cuss some motherfuckers out, right? I really wanted to cuss some motherfuckers out, because they come up to the job and you'll really understand I think to a sense you'll understand it, but it's like you will see a lot of sense of entitlement to people, in these people that come to you for a vehicle, but they don't really understand that, oh, we were overbooked, we don't have any vehicles. Well, get me a vehicle now, do something. There's nothing we can do, you're gonna have to wait. and people just throw a fit. They get antsy. You try to be patient with them. They don't want to be patient with you. So it really takes a lot of patience to do that, right? And then on top of that, you got to be on your sales too. You got the sales manager always coming by, like, you making sure you're doing this. Are you doing this? Did you say this to this person? Are you asking them where they're going? Are you asking them what they do for work? Like, what type of trip are they on, right? So you also have to sell at the same time. It can really be it's not for everybody. I'm gonna say that it's not for everybody. And I stayed there for about a good 5 months. Did pretty well for myself too. The first couple of months I couldn't really hit quota, didn't really know how to sell. But as I developed and learned how to talk to people, learn how to spew out the products, tell them how the products work, and just be confident in what I was saying, sales got a lot easier, right? Not being afraid to be told no, asking everybody if they want to be upgraded for a vehicle. Like, those type of things there developed me as a great salesman. And putting that on my resume there, putting that in my experience, that definitely helped me get the job in tech. Now I work for a company called Intuit, very big company called Intuit. And had I not go through that, or had I not went through that, had I not wait for that perfect time, I probably would not have this job today. So, just know when you're going through your journey, right? Like, everything's not going to be on your timing, but everything's going to be at the right time, if that makes sense. Everything is going to be at the right time. And you just have to keep working, keep grinding, keep your head down, keep pushing, keep moving, and stay confident that things are going to work out for the better. And that's what I did. And that's what I had to do. Like I said, being married, it makes you have a lot of responsibility, and it just holds you to your word of what you say you're going to do. Because you got a person looking up at you. It's like, okay, you said you're going to do this. Can you fulfill it? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like they say that verbally, but they're there and you can feel that, right? Because, in a sense, you don't verbatimly promise them things, but, in a sense you do. Like, you promise that you're going to be able to protect them, provide for them, and, be the man for them, right? That's what I did. So, we finally here. We finally made it happen. And, it was a great long time coming. And this is not the end all be all. At the end of the day, I know I'm just a number. So, I have to recognize my skill set and my experience and my value too, as I'm working at this company. And just as they're providing me with this job, I can provide the company value too. I always know your worth and know your value, right? And yeah, like, we're here, and I'm just grateful, thankful, and blessed to be in this position, because it's just the beginning. It's the beginning of, having a great income, to be able to spew out and, engage in my business ventures, fixing my credit, building my business credit, helping my wife also get in a tech job. She graduated, got her master's, right? And a lot of these things that are coming my way is just all through just being consistent, keeping my head down, being rejected, having a lot of downs, a lot of lows where you felt like giving up, putting your head down, saying, fuck it, like, it is what it is, but you just keep going. You keep going, and you wind up get to a beautiful space where, like, wow, look how far I've come. Look how many great things I've done. I didn't even have a vehicle when I first got here, right? Like, I could barely drive my car because it was damaged. I got in a car accident, had a tire fall off someone else's vehicle, and it ended up smashing my front end. So my air conditioners didn't work, lights didn't work, couldn't even drive late at night, so I could drive only a couple hours a day. It was, man, this shit was stressful. But, we got through it, and we're here today, and there's many blessings to come. So I guess just that this video is to give an update, and also say, it's like, just keep going no matter what you're going through. The goal is there. It's on the other side of the door. Keep picking for gold. Never let anyone tell you that you can't accomplish anything. Don't really even pay too much attention. And I'm also say this, and people may find it crazy, but it's cool. And I may be wrong, but even people that give you compliments, like, you really have to be confident within yourself, because if you're relying on a lot of people to give you that confidence boost, right? And which people giving you that confidence boost is good, but if you're relying on those type of things, you're gonna, feel some type of way once you get around people that have a lot of negativity. You really have to meditate and, stay in tune with yourself, be in really good tune with yourself, and know what you're capable of, no matter how the outside world is trying to affect you. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same way, Jesus was walking in the desert by himself, and the devil kept being there to tempt him. He knew who he was truly in his heart. He was God in flesh, walking upon the earth. And for it was written, man cannot live on bread alone. So these are the things you want to keep in consideration, right? When you're just going throughout your journeys, staying in tune with yourself. And thank you, my beautiful people. Great to say that again, for tuning in to this video. If you watched it all the way through, appreciate that. Let me know in the comments what you think of this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you like more of this content. Dre out.